This is Aaron Wallace for Balance Your Fitness here with another great expert golf performance tip today. We're going to talk today about elbow pain that you get from golf, and sometimes also from other sports like tennis. A lot of times when we talk about a golfer's elbow or pain in the elbow joint from golf, we talk about the fact that a lot of times when we're swinging a golf club and we take the club back and we're bringing it through the hitting zone, we try to go and really turn the wrist and create a lot of torque at the elbow joint with either our left or our right hand. Sometimes depending on which arm that you're using or which way that you swing the golf club, it could be your left or your right elbow. But a lot of times when people get pain either on the medial or lateral sides of either elbow. And a lot of times, you see people wearing compression bands around the elbow to help kind of decrease the pain and discomfort around those muscles. And we want to first discuss a little bit more about how we can actually prevent this from happening. In other YouTube videos, we talked a little bit about being able to actually turn better. We talked about improving flexibility and improving posture. There's also another thing that we can do to be able to help avoid issues with elbow pain, is that understanding that your muscular system, so the muscles that move your elbow, the muscles that move your shoulder and other joints, they're all connected together by a system of connective tissue that is actually very interactive. It's called your fascia or fascial system. And if you've ever had some people who are experts in working with this system would be people who are advanced golfers or advanced massage therapists do a lot of what are called fascial work or myofascial release type techniques. And that's to be able to go and understand that there is actually a connection between muscles that aren't necessarily at the same joint. So you could go and have issues with your wrist that are being caused at your elbow or higher. So what we want to be able to understand is a couple of techniques that we can use to help with elbow pain. Because a lot of times people, when they have elbow pain, they try to do different exercises for the wrist and elbow, and sometimes it's just too inflamed and it can cause more pain by using manual therapy or other different techniques just on the elbow. And actually, a couple of the muscles that really get that really can cause issues with the elbow is actually coming up at the shoulder joint in actually the back of your tri that attached to the shoulder joint. That would be the triceps right down the back of the arm, and also the muscles of the rotator cuff in the shoulder blade or in the scapula. And these muscles we can go and release quite easily. So that way we can be able to go and avoid issues later. So we're going to show you a little bit of a technique that we can use with the foam roller to actually go and release the muscles up above the elbow into the shoulder with the tricep and your rotator cuff. So very simple way we're going to do this. We're going to use the foam roller. We're going to lay down on the ground. And we're going to lay down on the side that we're having the issue. And we're going to start by placing the foam roller on the tricep here. And we're going to be rolling up and down the arm to be able to find that sore spot. So you should be able to find, a point that's really sore, that can be moderately, sometimes very sore. And just like when a person would do deep tissue massage, we want to understand that a lot of times with using the foam roller by yourself, we always want to encourage safety. And a lot of times, less is more in this case, which means we don't want to push ourselves too hard where it hurts a lot, because that sometimes can cause more inflammation and cause more pain. So when we find a sore spot, we want to be able to put as much pressure on it to where it gets about a 4 out of 10 on the pain scale, being 1 being almost not sore at all and 10 being the most painful thing you've ever experienced. Kind of in between those. You don't want to really go too intense, but you also don't want to go too light either. So kind of in that middle range. So once you find a sore spot on the arm, okay, So let's just say, okay, I find a sore spot right here. I want to hold the sore spot until the soreness starts to subside, and it should subside to a 3 or a 2 or a 1, and then you can go and roll to a different part of the muscle and be able to continue from there. So once you do that, once you do the tricep at the back of the arm, you can then do the muscles of the shoulder blade underneath the arm. So we want to place the foam roller a little bit higher up the body, okay? And then I can roll and put my weight, and now you can go and kind of alter where you feel the pressure by kind of turning back or turning forward into the pressure. You just kind of want to feel where you have the sore spot. So right there, okay, that's a little bit sore for me. So I'm going to hold it there for 10, 15 seconds here, and all right, I'm starting to feel it subside a little bit. So then I would keep going down the shoulder blade. So there you go. So there you go, it's kind of released from there. So by releasing the muscles of the shoulder and of the tricep, you'll actually get those muscles functioning better. It actually will put less stress and less strain on the elbow joint, so that way you're not constantly irritating it when you go through your swing. So again, if you guys have any questions on this exercise or any of the videos that we go through here weekly at Balance Your Fitness, please don't hesitate to give us an email at info@balanceyourfitness.com, or you can check out our Facebook page. Don't hesitate to comment if you have other questions or suggestions for videos that you'd like to learn about in the future. Again, this is Aaron Wallace for Balance Your Fitness, asking you to live your life in balance.